podcast gonna be a lot of people couch. You know how a lot of people gonna sit on your couch?
I ain't mad to I love sellers.
Yeah, they don't got no more. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of people couch.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that want to share their story or share something that they feel the world should know about them, but they don't have a platform. And if I feel that, or if you feel that their story is worthy of a platform, that's what we represent. We represent.
Well, I wanted us to ask you, yes.
All the people that look at what we're giving a certain way, tell us from the world.
Well, that's what I wanted us to leave everybody with, when we finish with them, I want us to ask them, is it something you want to get off your chest?
Mm-hmm.
That you would like the world to know about you? Clear up a misconception, get a quote, leave us with anything. Harriet Tubman said she could have freed 1,000 more slaves if they only knew they were slaves.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Right.
I'm asking you, do you want to go? No, I'm good.
Right.
So I am looking forward to this interview, and I'm very. But basically, we're very open-minded about a lot of different things, and we're just very interested in like what y'all got going on, and y'all just caught our eye. I do know a couple of y'all personally, so a little bit biased. That's my brother. So, you know, we got history. I don't like you sometimes, but
that's the consensus.
yeah, that's real. But we cool today. Sis in the back, I love your voice. So maybe she might sing something. She might.
You mean it's 3 vocalists there, so we all 3 might do.
We might get lucky.
The purpose of our show and our podcast is basically to extract the dumb shit and reteach the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to reconstruct the mind not only of the youth, but some of the adults as well. And I'm gonna introduce y'all. I got a personal, relationship with a couple of the brothers, but I've seen some of y'all around, but I really don't,
Yeah.
Von Jefferson, aka 3-Piece Star.
Peace, sir. 3-Piece dog. I work at Bojangles, so.
Also known as G-Nice.
You play besides Grease?
I play keys.
Besides Grease?
I'm Double XL.
Okay.
I'm the MC of the crew. Yeah.
I'm Josh, one of the vocalists and comic relief.
McGruff the Crown Dog.
I'm Hershey.
Okay.
I'm the hype man, and I take my shirt off.
Okay.
He's also a spokesman for Wendy's.
Okay.
I'm JP, I play drums and cymbals.
And tartar sauce.
You should have seen our cameraman.
Tartar sauce.
Darkness.
I'm Brandy, I'm a vocalist.
My name is Alexandra. I'm a vocalist, but I'm also known as Phoenix Alexandra, aka Miss Double XL, aka First Lady of After Hours. Work.
Okay.
I get it. 2 steps around the world.
Okay.
Beautiful.
He said AKA Good Christmas Gift.
Beautiful.
That means you won.
Shit, right?
Beautiful.
We missing
My name is Joseph.
Yeah.
AKA DJ Lil Joe.
Okay.
It's the DJ.
AKA Pepper.
Not just the DJ though.
AKA
DJ
Pepper.
play a vital part.
Yeah.
I feel you though, just the
I'm trying to work my way in
DJ.
and work my way in.
You're doing a good job.
Come on in, bro.
Hey,
Who playing them keys? When y'all doing the marriage on, who playing them keys?
Oh, yeah.
No, somebody actually beating that out. Somebody actually.
Okay.
You take like a
We're just playing, Lawrence. But how did the group come up with the name?
Oh boy, I'm gonna give credit to Hershey. Hershey, the name
Before
I
you
give.
gave him credit,
Yeah,
not trying to start
He gave
stuff.
himself credit.
Oh, okay.
I saw it.
Yeah, just
Oh yeah, he was blowing his own.
he was blowing his own. He was
yeah. So Hershey, tell the story. You came up with the name. How was
you was ready.
I just be thinking about everything.
I like the name a lot.
And then he always late, so
Who was gonna go?
I mean, that was
So after hours matches.
it back.
That gotta be everybody one more.
Like Hurst the only one out the group that'll show up like 47 minutes before or after everybody else has. Like we about to walk on stage on church.
Okay, that's why y'all gave him the Bobby Brown.
Okay.
Okay.
But then,
And he take his shirt off. Can't
he
forget that.
was definitely. I have a little one of those shirts under.
He will.
Yeah.
It's just,
I might show a nipple.
Damn right.
Okay.
Like all the extras in bad boy with the taco meat out.
We was gonna go with
1037, we got a man down.
jukebox.
Jukebox.
Yeah, that-
I like that name as well.
We
I
kind
wanted
of
to give it up the real name.
No, we not.
for the first gig and it just we ain't know Hershey said after hours and it just sounded.
That's crazy. It's ironic. It leads to my next question. Because when I got a whiff for you guys, it was online.
Oh, that was Lawrence.
It was online. And I was automatically like, yeah, because I seen him. You know,
I mean, but
you know,
how close was it to the camera? Because that means you didn't see nobody.
No. It was the thing about, because right now in my life, I stress transition. You know what I'm saying? I seen this brother working a long time along with his brother, a long time.
Facts.
And I seen him in a transition. And I'm like, man, that's dope as hell. You know why it's dope? Because months before, my cousin come to me like, yo, you need to just do a band thing or something. And I'm like, nah, that's not for me. You know, and he took the initiative to step out there. You know, y'all brothers working hard. I seen you guys online. Y'all looking good, doing good. Keep up the good work. That's why as soon as I seen him playing the keys on the, I don't know if it's Real Love, Mary J, or whatever.
Oh yeah, he murdered.
But y'all doing good, man. I seen you around a lot.
Yeah, you kind of.
For those that don't know,
both of y'all, bro.
I rap with a group called Born Natural, so I've been seeing your face for a minute, a while. So yeah, so y'all keep up the good work though. But for the people that want to see y'all, like, how do y'all get y'all shows and how do you promote your shows and what's your next show?
Well, honestly, he pointing at him, but a lot of it comes from what you just said. You saw us online. It comes from word of mouth. You know, some connections that he has, but you know, it's just a network. Like somebody will see us doing something, maybe like, so can y'all do this? I mean, you know,
Me working with them on various different projects, like, and we have moved out of the circles and different things. This man has showed up, like, for a lot of different things, so he makes people connect. Whenever I see something with XL name attached to it, I will go to YouTube or I will go because I want to know. So I'm like, after hours, what is he doing? Because I know him for rapping, so that piques my interest. Like, is he about to sing?
Or be a porn star.
I had that filter, which was important. I had the only black daddy on our road, Victoria Avenue. He was everybody dead.
Do you really?
We had to share that nigga for real, because niggas ain't have a dick.
Yeah.
Do you think that's by design that the black man is not in America?
500-600 years ago.
I do. You know what I'm
But you think
saying?
about it, what they had to do, this is the part that they don't tell you. Because no black man wants to deal with this part. See, they'll tell you this in the history when the woman and the man was sleeping in the bed together and the white man would come in and take that woman and fuck that woman in front of that man. Okay, first of all, as a woman, I don't like my man no more. Even though I understand what happened, he let this happen. Retrospect, you know. Yeah, you definitely know. But hold on. What they won't talk about in history is when that man was getting fucked too. You do understand that, right? And that woman had to watch her man
Get sodomized.
So they divided us. They tore us up. What they don't talk about is when I have a child and they take my child from me. My child is gone. So they won't talk about what they did to us. And then my nephew comes in today and he says, I don't see what the big deal is when y'all get mad when white people say the word nigga. I don't get mad at him because he's only 14. You know, and I just say baby. I say talk to your dad, but long story short, I give him the short version of it. I said, but you would never understand what we went through. It's not okay because it's dehumanizing what we went through.
It's good and bad. Let me tell you why the good. Because I see kids now, black, white, Chinese kids, they sit together at lunch. We went to school. That ain't happening. That ain't happening.
So far.
You inadvertently understand racism based on your generation.
Right.
Who in here, you grew up, we all grew together. Who remember White Boy David?
White Boy David.
White Boy David got his ass beat every day
Yeah.
for like 6 months. Why did we beat his ass? Did we even discuss why we beat his ass?
It's white. It's white.
We beat his
He don't
ass. He was
belong
white.
down here.
Think about how profound that is. When I say we, I never hit dates.
Community.
This does not reflect all the views of the whole
I didn't grow up with these niggas.
Damn, OJ.
But I like what you said. Hold that thought. That was powerful about OJ because we knew OJ did that. And what did we do?
We ran with
What
it.
did we do?
We ran with it. Then I said, what, the corner camera?
He ain't do it. That's what the hell did OJ do? What the hell did he do?
He ain't doing it. He had somebody else do it.
What did he do? But let me take it here. Talk about this thing right here.
There ain't nothing new under the sun. Back in the day, Pharaoh was looking out, and he saw, had all the, the Israelites in slavery and stuff, and he said, "I'm gonna start killing the male kids."
Yeah.
He said because if they ever got themselves together.
Exactly.
They feel you.
Powerful.
So the same thing back then is the same thing now.
Right.
If we ever got ourselves
That's why they got 2/3 of us in jail.
I'm gonna tell you this. This is exactly what our podcast is about because, and this is just my opinion. Public enemy number one is the media. The media is not only what you see on the news, it's the music as well.
It's from school.
It's
why
anything
school
that
do they
can
only
reach
start
the
our history
mind of the people.
at the time of slavery? Like we just appeared on the planet.
But Hershey.
Like you ever thought about that?
Been here already.
We was here. We was the first people.
He who wins the war gets to tell the story. Remember that.
You still producing? So I want to know what's the difference in the game now and when you was producing for Abu the Butcher, rest in peace, and Born X. I'm not talking about the band. I'm saying just
bias, cause it's a lot of talented young dudes out here. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of VA guys. Always, I ain't gonna lie, VA always kick ass when it comes to talent. I always say that, even the new school kids. But
It's the unity part.
back then, you can see it. Now they just rapping. Some people got messages, but when Abu said the line, "I'm from a city where rappers get put in the dirt before they," what he say?
I'm in a city where rappers get murdered and
crying, put in the dirt before they die. And the three niggas he said, the three best niggas that ever walked the face of this fucking New Hampton, Virginia, ain't even here with us no more. So that's the difference. Niggas rapped about. Niggas rapped about what was real.
Can you say their names though?
The umbrella. This the umbrella. Yeah.
We always talk about this.
This the umbrella.
I got here.
Depending on what part of town.
Now, I never really been.
We gotta say it though.
I never really been a rapper. I rap because my brother rap, but I'm more of a producer. But I know for a fact that goddamn it started with. It's different because you got the downtown, you got the Jefferson side, which is the side we grew up off of.
Yes.
You got Quads, you got the Born Acts, and then they flourished on the Hood Platinum.
Yeah.
And Seven Arms and so on and so on. But the leaders was like Skeet Brother and them. To me, for my
You got
Ganja crew. Marty and Dice.
Houston Park was it Nova and
that's
right.
Then the
That's a whole nother.
Yep. Like the Aberdeen niggas. That's kind of the same. It ain't the same.
It's crazy when they had them arguments about rappers and they. I can tell what part of town you grew up on if you say Quaz was the best, or Swill.
Right.
I could tell. I could literally.
Where you from?
Oh yeah, he grew up out Marshall Courts, or he from Eastern Park, or he from Ridley Circle, or he from 9th Street. Like you just know. Like sometimes I hear people say Rip, and I'm like, oh, he from the Creek.
When they know who was nice up Denver because it was a whole other world. Like if you got a girlfriend up Denver, we didn't want to date no downtown girl because they like our sisters. We grew up with them. So nigga, I got a girl out courthouse, nigga. That was the shit back then. You know what I'm saying? It was different. It was a community thing.
And the thing, and like, man, the roots of that Nuka News hip hop is so deep. And Hirsch making that music with Quaz and with Quaz and with Abu. And I just think about the influence that Quaz had over me. And Skeet, me and Skeet was in a group together. And like, I don't know if he noticed or if I ever told him, but his brother was a rap god to me.
Everybody.
Seventh grader, like, he was the first person I lost a rap battle to. He's the first person that
Big Daddy Kane.
I want shit. Like, no, if I can't do that, like I could never be at the level. If he would never have came to my life at the point he came into my life, I could have never been better because I would had no idea what a bar could be.
Okay.
Like he was beyond the hood. Like he was my favorite rapper. Period.
Okay.
It was rock. It was him. Then Coogee rap.
Okay.
Let me go back to your question, not because we kind of got off of it. The way I would work.
Yeah.
It was quick.
It was.
Some people just special, man.
Okay.
Yeah. He definitely
we was
is.
in the car talking about, because we was going to do a whole project for him. And he's like, so you got, producer, you got it, man? Then nigga started laughing. Shit, Hershey's doing this whole shit.
Yeah.
So that made me feel honored.
Yeah.
To be able to produce one of the forefront MCs of our city.
Yeah.
Coming from the born, like, this nigga want me to do his whole shit. And we only got a chance to do 4 songs.
And felt highly about it, too.
Yeah. All 4 songs is straight a classic.
Yes.
Definitely.
And that made me want to work more with you. After he got some, I gotta get with Dolo and goddamn DX. When you came home, I gave you 30 beats on the CD. Like here.
Yeah.
Like all because that whole influence of Abu, man. Like
that's right.
It was just he was special, man.
He really was. He was.
And funny and like
on that mic though.
You could sit there and just have a serious conversation with him. The nigga was smart.
I remember
funny,
one day in
what he wanted to do. And funny.
I remember one day in particular he hadn't done laundry and I caught him walking to the laundromat with his grandma. His grandma sweatpants on.
Oh shit.
I never let him forget that.
Yeah.
Every time he like, man, who tell people that it's early in the morning? Why are you outside? Why are you outside?
He's always I used to sweat in your grandma's sweatpants.
Why are you outside?
I used to be bigger. I used to be like 70 pounds bigger than this at one point.
Oh yeah.
Always had
was you taking your shirt off then?
But look, but he used to be like.
He said no, you won't.
He used to always say a little funny joke like, let's start eating that goddamn pork and sweating, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Just a little funny joke.
Yeah.
Well, that's a small investment for what you give me. All these guys are super talented.
They really are.
Josh, man, like this boy R&B vocal game is incredible. Devon got albums out, like everybody.
I'm trying to tie you up.
Listen, for you, I'm catching up. I'm late. I ain't gonna front. I'm late catching up.
Okay, we have Lawrence that just joined us.
Okay, no, hold on. At first, when my man walked in, it was can we get a
yeah? Lawrence,
you rocking.
XXL.
Let's go.
What made you convert the band?
What band can you see that's gonna do?
It's the mixtapes. We the mixtapes.
And that's how the whole thing kind of
throw it back to that Frankie and teach them about our
and still throw your own music in between.
And I was like, I'm the MC. My brother been my hype man since '87. Why would I change that?
Fresh T and
Josh is the coldest male single.
That was before A-Ball. It was Taylor Avenue, Fresh T and Tony Rock. Big Black Bird, rest in peace.
Yeah.
I'm from the Taylor Ave days.
Yeah.
I lived out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of greatness from that part of the city, man. That's a whole nother story.
This is a big question I have, and any of you guys can answer this. Because I know you come from different sectors of music. Some might come from a church sector, some might come from a hip hop sector, some might not have had a sector of music that they dealt with before this. But what's the major difference? What's the major adjustment coming from like your group, coming from what you do, coming from
now,
you know, and merging it?
Well, I said for me, it's no adjustment. It's being able to do the music I grew up on. Because you know, I used to gig. You know, I still play for church, but I used to do a lot of gigging, traveling. You know, a lot of stuff like that. But we always were doing Motown and you know Frankie Beverly, you know, and it was cool. But
there's so much more artists.
Yeah, I grew up on hip hop. I'm a hip hop baby. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is perfect.
It's crazy because we always talking about bridging the gap between one generation and another, and this another way that people don't even realize. Like playing the songs that we grew up on that they probably heard growing up, being in their mother car and stuff like that.
And that's how I look at it too.
Because to be honest with you guys,
Well, it's really they old school.
Right.
This is what we grew up off of.
But this is, you know how you like you make a mistake.
It makes me want to dance. It makes me want to have fun.
And you got to think about a lot of these generations. I mean, cut you off. A lot of this generation would never be able to see the artist songs that we're performing. Never see them in concert. So they'll never really. The only thing they'll ever get musically from this song is what they hear on the radio.
And it's raw talent.
So when you bring those sounds from the drums, the keys,
and it's raw.
They're like, yo.
And to be honest, the feeling is different. I done performed for years. This is nowhere near the same feeling. Like this is not the feeling.
But is there a difference?
It's a big difference.
Is there an adjustment?
Like when I'm rapping, I'm like, I'm about to go kill this. When it's us, it's like we about to go party.
Like we dancing.
It feels.
You know how our age group.
I done seen you guys.
You know, when we was coming up, we'll go to party, stand on the corner on the wall. We don't really dance for real. We might grind or something coming up.
But now you feeling
it. When you in your 30s, you don't give a fuck about none of this. You used to dance. Like our parents used to dance. Like we used to dance.
I'm from Richmond, and growing up, the club was Ivory's. You get upstairs and you can have no choice but to dance. If you trying to, it was so packed up there, you had to dance to get through. So I come from the age where we dance. Now, you know, people just stand on the wall and just look.
Like I told them, I just had it's crazy because outside of this, I do other performances, and I just had one that they all came to, which was the Monday. And I literally the feeling of being on that stage compared to being with the band is just like I didn't want to be on that stage. And I told them I was like, yo, let's hurry and get famous, so I don't gotta do this shit.
Let's hurry and do something. My opinion about it too is because when we are up there performing, we are having fun, but you can look into the crowd and see that
they having fun as well.
Ball just as much as
that goes back to why I was saying the connection. Because you don't only have your age there.
And I want to make sure y'all talk to the youth, because if y'all don't talk to them, they ain't gonna talk to you.
Okay, I got one more question for you, and then I'll go to them. With you with the school activities and things like that, what is your take on today's youth and the things with the school system? Like you did say, what you were doing over the summer program, like that was awesome. That was super dope. But what is your whole take on these?
Man, honestly, the youth ain't too much different than what we was. They just living in a different time under different circumstances, and they actually got more to deal with because everything we learned, they got to learn that and what's new. And the problem is, a lot of kids don't get to look at teachers that look like them. That's the biggest issue I see. Like I've read somewhere that African American male teachers are 2% of the teachers nationwide. 2%. That means majority of black kids gonna go through 13 years of school and never be taught by black.
Never identified.
That's crazy. There's little boys walking around the school that I work at that people are scared to death of. I'm almost literally petrified of that. I say, hey. And they'll stop whatever they doing right there. Because we from the same place. It's a different. It don't got nothing to do with who bad, who not bad. It got to do with I speak your lingo. You understand. You understand exactly what's coming from me when I say it.
And it just goes to show that, even as a younger person, we still have the opportunity to making impact on people who are younger than us.
Of course,
Like,
and on the people that's older than y'all too.
Exactly. Like there are endless organizations, like people like college students doing this, like community service organizations and things like that. Like, there are endless ways for people who are our age,
right?
Get involved. So that's an important thing. As for what I'm getting out of this personally, I grew up in New York. I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Brooklyn.
Oh, my man from Brooklyn.
Yeah, much respect, but here's the thing. Growing up, I was not allowed to listen to Hot 97.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's stout.
So what that means, what that means is that this music that we're playing now,
it's fresh.
It's fresh-ish. I mean, of course, I've heard this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not like I woke up.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's funny because that means what I really grew up on was.
Zalo.
Green.
Black.
Okay.
We're talking about.
I'm listening.
So the point is, this right here is sort of a learning experience for me as well. I'm getting that experience at the same time as I'm giving to the group is giving back to me. And I think that's, it just goes to show that any generation can give and get back at the same time. There's a symbiosis going on.
Yeah.
Right.
And that has to happen into generations as a whole, as well as within the group, that whole connectivity, the connection that we're having that you talking about.
That's what you do.
Oh, you know what? Before you guys even came, my homeboy Metal Mike, he has a location next door. The first thing he said,
the white guy.
He said the bass player from that fucking look, he rarely cuss. He said that fucking group.
Yeah.
And on a more serious note, while we're talking about transition and we're talking about growth, I don't know if it's just me, but I notice a lot of people that we grew up with and that we know and went to school with, they running for office.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They running for seats.
They
They making transitions as well. So that's more than dope. That's super dope. Now this is
They're not just running, they're running.
and it's funny how the whole thing correlates, because it goes back to my point of not saying that we just dropped the ball and that's why this generation messed up or whatever, but with us being in position, like you in position, I'm in position, she in position, like people being in position that actually can grab a youth that's known as hardcore and be like, look, it's not about that, and they will listen to you.
Exactly.
Like, my question is, and anyone can answer this, with so many of your peers running for an office seat, are you on the ropes? Who are you voting for?
This her moment.
I'm gonna.
This her moment.
This her. I already know it. I can feel it.
First off, I want to say that I'm very proud of all the people that are running.
Yes.
We know all of them, and like on a personal basis, we're there with them. We've done things with them like we're family, and I'm very, very proud of them. But I'm going to say this. I'm going to put this out to the universe. My husband will be a congressman.
Okay.
Alderman.
Okay.
Terry Fenner Jr. will be a congressman for Virginia.
Okay. Speaking into the existence.
I'm going to speak.
That's already done. That's already done.
Because God is already.
I seen that face for 37 years.
Because God is already, and he's in the business already.
He told me that he was going to be a
Blazing
preacher.
that
Now
pathway
that
for
choice.
him. He's already set him on the pathway for the people.
Kiel might
So
come
he's
get him.
already on his way there.
Kiel might come get him.
So I'm just gonna put that on the universe on this show, and in about 5 years, when y'all see my husband up there as a congressman, and y'all see me right beside him with my YSL suit on, okay? With my YSL suit on, looking cute, still looking
like
No,
a
I'm-
Brumbiac.
I'm gonna say this about that. I feel like when I was younger, I always thought my gift was rapping. As I got older, I realized my
You
gift.
just got a voice,
It
bro.
was not rapping. My gift is a mic in my hand.
You got a
I just
voice.
thought it was rapping, but
You got a
every
voice.
facet I can do it. But back to the political side, I'm proud. I'm proud of Abyss.
Yes.
I'm proud of John Illy.
Yes.
I'm proud of B2.
Yes.
I'm proud of Dominique Green. I grew up with these brothers.
Yeah, Dominique Green, that's my god brother. We have the same god
Curtis
brother.
and Hampton. We're talking about people from the projects.
Yeah.
Right.
From the projects.
Right.
That it ain't new school. Ain't talking about new school poor.
Right.
Not
No.
poor.
Right.
Not
New
knocking
school
on.
poor still got Jordans.
Right.
No, I'm talking about Payless poor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You remember me and Hershey pulling our jeans all the way
Now,
down
you
so you
remember
couldn't
me
see.
and Quincy
So you couldn't
with
see
the
the
guest
girl
sign,
rings.
with the
Yeah.
guest sign on the wrong side.
Exactly.
Them absolute
So
Yeah.
to see brothers come from that and be
Now this is what I
Like you didn't
The
get
one
up
that
on
done
that.
this is what I don't want to lose focus
they done it next day.
of. Those brothers are in position, doing well, but they will quickly let you know that they need your help,
Yeah.
which is making you the voice that they are.
Yeah.
All right. Now let me tell you what B2 told me. He said, "Always been my brother. Played football with you. Did 3, 6, 7th grade with you. 8th grade, you know, Rahi, all y'all. But look, I chose a different road. You chose a different road. However, we all reach the people. We all have voices. So for the people that's not politicians, so to speak, you still have a voice. So, you know what I'm saying, on that voting day, you know what I'm saying, go vote, and then don't stop with just that vote. You know what I'm saying, y'all keep.
But for the youth, a lot of y'all think that it's important for the big votes with the presidential. It starts in your city. The changes that you want to see, it starts in your
Yeah,
city.
men don't realize that, man, Trump being president has not changed my life personally.
It really hasn't, but it starts
makes
in
Twitter
your
funny.
city.
Yeah.
Let me
Let
tell
me
you.
say- Well, let me say this. I don't feel like we dropped the ball. I think it is a point of all the prayers from back from slavery up until this point. We were the generation that really made it, and we had more money. So, you know what I'm saying? We were getting influence, and we just didn't know what to do.
Okay, that's real.
I definitely agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Now, we have witnessed and had opportunities that no generation had. We had a black president.
Yes.
We had almost a woman president. We've seen a lot.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot.
Just as much as the generation
Kids
before.
Hey,
stuff.
I never thought of it in that way.
And we got comfortable.
That's dope.
We did.
Because we living out in the suburbs, and we got cars,
Yeah.
and we don't fight like we used to.
And we really are
Because what the
we are really
white man did was, he saw how we were fighting so hard when we didn't have anything. So they gave us just a little bit. Because we don't have generational wealth just yet. But they gave us just a little bit for us to just
Just
keep
for us
quiet
to
a little bit.
forget. You have to always be willing to unlearn what they throw in front of your face. So what they did was said, we're going to say racism doesn't exist. We're going to put a black man in office. So y'all can't say now that America is racist. Because how can you say that? And we had a black man. We almost had a woman president. So you can't say women don't have equal opportunity. But if you do, the fine print is right there in your face. It's colorblind racism. Y'all pitted the black man against the black woman. Y'all even made us turn against each other. We got 3 races. We got light skin, brown skin, and dark skin. So then now y'all can say, what are y'all talking about?
We've had knockdown, drag out.
We have.
No, we have.
We have it.
Did you get that? I can call on that.
This is my best friend.
Yeah,
Fight
but I like,
every
but let me finish though. Let me finish. He's trying to get the nasty time up. He's trying to get the nasty time.
Joshua gets a little out of control sometimes, and I have to let him know. Nigga, you like 1 foot outside the door. And don't come in with everybody else anyway. You right. I be able to let a nigga know sometimes.
You ain't go with them niggas either.
It don't never be no I be none.
And we know when it's happening too. Because he'll say something and then Michael go down and be like,
what?
We be like, there it is.
But we go home and have nasty time everything.
Can I say something though? Alex, don't fall for that bullshit.
It's already
Alex, Drake said.
She go home and make tacos right now.
Yeah, Drake. I made up before we came. Okay.
We know nobody's sad.
That's the hardest thing to say, because that's the absolute truth.
We know nobody's sad. What we doing? Disclaimer. Y'all rough, boy.
But one thing I was thinking about as you were talking, our podcast gonna be a lot of people's couch. You know how a lot of people sit on your couch.
I ain't mad, so I love that.
There's going to be a lot of people out because there's a lot of people that want to share their story or share something that they feel the world should know about them, but they don't have a platform. And if I feel that, or if you feel that their story is worthy of a platform, that's what we represent. We represent.
I wanted us to